Good evening, one and all. Rob here with you. And let me kind of clue you in as to what we're going to do this week. I'm going to do a wrestling match with Legends of Wrestling. And I'm going to get some of those guys together, and I'm going to have a chat. Go get some guys, get some of the wrestlers together, and they're going to be wrestling in Orlando, Florida. And I don't know exactly what we're going to call it yet. Maybe something like to the extent of we're going to squeeze more than the orange out of you. But we'll see about that. We will do that. Also have the final round of the Masters coming up in the next upcoming days. I have no games on order right now. No games on order. And I'm just hoping to have we'll see if anybody wants to come slide by here on a Sunday afternoon. We still have a bid of $26. Alan Shaw has that bid open right now. So the bidding will finish tonight at midnight. The bidding will finish tonight at midnight. And right now, $26 is the bid for those. So, yeah. What else? Let's see. First off, let me flip a light on in here. I may have to go get my sweater. I may have left it in the car. I believe I did leave my sweater in the car. A little cool in here, but I believe I can deal. Trash dump of the week, Deshaun Watson. No big surprise there after everything he went through. And so we're on at a different time tonight. It was 7 o'clock, a little early. I'm going to be out of here, off of here probably by 8, maybe 8:15, 8:30 tonight. So, I don't know. We may see John Wise on here. If we do, may have John on for a little bit. We can do that. Don Heston's got to get a camera. Don's got to get a cam. And then we'll have him on. So we'll see who all's online, and we'll go from there. Illinois out of the tournament. Loyola Chicago has taken a top 20. A top Sweet 16 spot. Syracuse, West Virginia. When I was just watching it, Syracuse. Did you get the money? Yes, sir, Don. Yes, sir. I was actually getting ready to send you a text or email a text. I can see. I can text you. Yeah, I was going to send you a text. I got about an hour, a little over an hour ago. Yeah. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Let's see what the NCAA scores are looking like right now. Let's see what the basketball scores are looking like right now. Syracuse winning by 6, 3:41 left to go in the game. They've been leading West Virginia throughout the whole contest. West Virginia, another 3 could be out of here. Texas Tech was leading Arkansas for the better part of the game. Now, with 34 seconds in the first half, it's 33-31 Arkansas. So Arkansas right back in that ball game, but it's a tight one. In about 5 minutes, it'll be Rutgers against Houston. I don't expect Rutgers to give Houston a lot of fight. I don't think so. What's up, Keith? I really don't. I think Houston is one of the best teams out there, and when I say that, one of the top 5 teams in the country. And they right now, Illinois is out. Ohio State's out. A lot of these Big Ten teams are out of here. And Michigan State got knocked out. Yeah, so it's a lot of the Big Ten teams have been knocked to the curb. Purdue has been knocked out. So You know, we will see. Oral Roberts. Did Oral Roberts, as a Hawkeye fan, Illinois being knocked out is great. We have too many Illini fans around here. I picked Iowa to win it all. How about that? I picked Iowa to win it all. That was my pick. Oral Roberts to play Florida at 7:45. North Texas, Villanova. Villanova is such. Hi, Mrs. Robb, says Don. She's feeling some better. She's actually feeling a lot better today.
Yeah, I feel better somewhat.
Yeah. Oregon State, 12, going to play Oklahoma State. Oregon State, probably not as, they pulled the upset with the 12-7 upset, a 12-5 upset. Yeah. 5-12 upset, I guess is where 16. Yeah, 5-12 upset. They pulled over the Tennessee there. CBS is saying that several teams are still interested in a Watson trade. They're idiots. They're idiots. All I can say is Houston will get rid of him now. Why wouldn't you? He's liable to ever play again. So there's still 4 games that's got to tip off, and there's still 2 that's still in session right now. Halftime, Arkansas 33, Texas Tech 31. Arkansas a 3 seed. That's another 3 seed that does not want to go down today. Syracuse, 3:40 left. It must be at the 4-minute timeout. 4-minute TV timeout. Syracuse up 6, 65-59 over West Virginia, a 3 seed. So Syracuse in the zone is causing a lot of problems. Baylor beats Wisconsin, another Big Ten team having problems. And then Loyola of Illinois, Loyola Chicago beats the number 1 seed, which was a Big Ten team. So, could lose another Big Ten team if Syracuse beats West Virginia. They're in the Big Ten now. So, we'll see. Or are they in the Big 12? Where's West Virginia now, guys? West Virginia, are they in the Big 12 conference, I believe. They're with Oklahoma, I think. I think they're the Big 12. I think that's right. Any team that trades for Watson might be trashed up in a year. Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't make sense. I think West Virginia's Big 12 conference with Oklahoma, Texas. No, I think that's where West Virginia's at now. I think that's where they're at. I don't think I know they're not Big East, but I thought maybe they were Big 10, but I don't think they are. I don't think they're Big 10. I think they're Big 12 conference. But Big 10 has lost 2 more today in Illinois and Wisconsin. So that's all they can lose. They don't have anybody else. Well, is Rutgers. Rutgers may be in the Big 10. I believe they are. I believe Rutgers is in Big 10. So they could definitely lose another one tonight. Yeah, that is something. Yeah, boy, oh boy. So let's see. Syracuse trying to pour it on now. 11-point lead, 70-59. 2:22 left. Tribe fan, good evening. Please never follow my championship picks again. Is West Virginia a Big 12 team? Did you see there was a Cubs minor leaguer was caught with 21 pounds of meth in a duffel bag? I saw that yesterday. Yeah, had it on site with him. What a fool! Now, well, I'm not even going to say it, but the only way that he didn't have nothing to do with it is somebody put it there in his name, but I don't think so. I think this is one time dumbass is dumbass. Is that going to be a new movie? MLB in a duffel bag? Who knows, man? I'll tell you, 21 pounds of this stuff. 9-point lead now for Syracuse with only 1:15 left. Pretty good. They're a decent free throw shooting team. They've got 2 or 3 guards that can shoot 80% better or better. They should have this game wrapped up. That's the only game in the second half. So it's sure looking like Syracuse is going to be in the Sweet 16. Syracuse is going to be, I'm telling you, Syracuse is a tough team. Very, very tough. We'll see what happens there. Baylor's already made it to the Sweet 16. That's a number 1 seed. So Wisconsin's out. Illinois, though, a number 1 that's out of here. So I still say there'll be maybe another number 1 that won't make it till next weekend. Then I think next weekend the other 2 get knocked out. I really do. Gonzaga, Oklahoma tomorrow. They might win, but I tell you what, Ohio. We'll see. I just think Gonzaga has got a list of big names. Oklahoma, then they could play Ohio or Creighton. Then they got maybe Iowa. I just don't think they're going to make it. Final 8, maybe. Elite 8, maybe. But that's as far as I think they go. The Wired Cubby. Oh, boy. 72-66. It's now a 6-point game. Virginia shooting the threes. Getting back into the game. That Syracuse has got to try to get to the foul line as much as they can. Hold on to the ball. Waste 30 seconds. Who cares? You're up 6. That's the main thing you want to do now is just let the clock run. 45.7 left to go. 6-point game. And Syracuse timeout. West Virginia ball. So West Virginia with the ball and down 6. They got to be looking for an early 3, a quick 3. Within 10 seconds. They should get that ball off before 35. And we'll see if that is the case. 45 seconds left. A quick 2, so it's 72. Oh, you think they should go? Did they make a quick 2? Maybe they made a quick 2. I think they need to shoot a 3. Oh, it's a 72-68 game. Okay. And now the free throws to Syracuse. Syracuse has some wiggle room. No free throws yet, so it's going to be – they haven't reached the bonus. 72-68, 40 seconds left. Timeout Syracuse. Syracuse, they're now – they're up 4. The main thing now is just don't let them knock the ball out of your hands. And they're going to put you at the line. Don't worry about it. Just go to the line, make your 2. And right now, the problem is they're going to have 1-and-1s for the next little bit. West Virginia did a good job not fouling out early. My friend was following San Diego State University. They lost to Syracuse. Oh, okay. Yeah, they did. First round. Mm-hmm. San Diego State. 39 seconds left, 72-68, 4-point game. Syracuse had as much as, I think, 13-point game, something like that earlier. And just a minute ago, we saw it was 70-59. So West Virginia's on an 8-2 run in the last less than 2 minutes. So West Virginia can strike. They have a striking ability, but Syracuse in the zone, they've been able to hold them up all day. And Syracuse hadn't shot the best either, but the zone has really, really helped Syracuse stay in this ball game. I don't understand why more teams don't use the zone in college. Why not? If you got a team that just looks like they're lost against it, why wouldn't you play it? Why wouldn't you play it? You get most of the defensive rebounds when they put it up. If you block up as well as you should, you're not going to miss many unless they long rebounds. The long rebounds you may end up losing, but that's about it. 32 seconds now. So I guess Syracuse should be going to the line now. Syracuse with 32 seconds. West Virginia committed another foul. Now, they may not still reach their limit yet, but I think is it two within the last 2 minutes, something like that, second within the last minute of the game or whatever, it automatically puts them at the foul line. Syracuse has got to hit some free throws, especially front ends. If they make a front end, make one, you're forcing West Virginia to have to shoot. What would you set the over-under at for the Orioles games out in the East at the end of the season? 45, 50. I like in the 40s. I say all along 48, 49 games. I don't think they win 50. Everybody I talk to says they're going to win more than that. I don't like their chances. Keith, you was telling me last night. Games out of first. I don't know about that. I'm just saying straight up wins. I don't think they win 50. Games out of first, I don't think they're going to be 50 games out of first place much. Maybe. Be close. Well, 47 and a half. Okay. I guess I'd put it over 50. I'll put it over 50. Yeah. That's if the Yankees win the division. I think there's a chance they don't win the division. I really think the Blue Jays are going to give them a run for their money, but Baltimore, we'll see how they come out the gate. And if they go the first 20 games and win 3 or 4 games, they won't win 50 this year. They're going to be selling everything. I mean, the kitchen house. I mean, the kitchen sink. And think about it. A team that doesn't have anything, getting rid of unloading too. Could there be a repeat of 1988 for the Orioles? What did they do in 88? 0-21? Nah, I don't think so. I haven't looked at the start of their schedule. If they play the Red Sox, they'll beat the Red Sox at least 1 out of 3. They won't go that bad. But I don't think they'll be out of the first 30 games. I don't think they win 10 of them. No. I don't think they'll go 10-20. No, not a chance. I think in the first 30 games, if they win 10, that's a win for them. I really believe that. They're not 74-70, 14 seconds left to go. So, yeah. Arkansas, Texas Tech, Arkansas been trailing in that game throughout. Had Murray Ripken at the time. Yeah, but by that time, Ripken was toast by that time, right? Ripken played on some bad teams, and a lot of the times it was because he was bad. Yeah. Houston and Rutgers just tap. Had opening and 9-5 Houston right now. 9-5 Houston. Rutgers already 5 minutes into that game. 9-5. So low scoring game. Ripken started 81 or 82. Yeah, but what I'm saying is by the late 80s and early 90s, he was starting to fade already. Yeah. He was, I mean, he was a good player, I guess, still in 87, 88. But by the time 90 came around, he wasn't that great to watch. 7470, 13 seconds. Yeah. And that's the thing. When he finished up his career and he was doing this Garrick, chasing after Garrick and all this shit, the last 300 games he played doing that was 2 seasons, 2.5 seasons. He didn't hit 215. I mean, yeah. They could have went and got anybody to play better than him. Are you suggesting fans would vote bad players to start an All-Star game? It's always been a damn contest of who you like your best. You see, I don't think you should be on the ballot, right? I think they should post at the top the best hitters, the players that are having the quote unquote best seasons up top, down to the bottom of the ballot. That's what I think. You wouldn't have. Some people don't even make it to the bottom of the ballot where they've already picked their player. That's what I think they should do. And or don't leave it to the fans. Just don't leave it to the fans. I don't have a problem with that. Now it's 74-72, West Virginia. 4 seconds left. 4 seconds left. Syracuse has got to make a free throw here. If they don't, they got to foul. I would foul them. Don't let them shoot a 3 and lose. No way. And Boeheim is one of those guys that would foul, but they want the fans to watch it. I understand you want the fans to watch it, but come on, let's have the best players. Let's don't put somebody out there batting, subpar. When I say, we got 14 pitchers in the National League batting better than this guy playing shortstop. No. There should be some type of kickball. 3.1 to go. If West Virginia has a ball right now, I'm fouling them. If I'm Syracuse, I do not let them beat me with a 3. I do not let them beat me. Let me have a ball last. Let me, if I'm Syracuse. If West Virginia has a ball, so Boeheim gets to shoot. Is it 1-1 or is it 2? They should be. They got 10 by now. I mean, I don't know if and he's been coming up short all day. He has not had a great day shooting. Reggie Jackson was starting All-Star games as an Angel. Yeah, well, I know that. Yeah. Swish, 3-point lead. Yeah. Now, if they don't have any more timeouts left, I don't care. All right. I don't care if you bump this one off the rim somewhere because it could go off a finger or anything. It's over. It's over. Syracuse wins that game. So Syracuse beats West Virginia. How about that? Syracuse led throughout. Syracuse wins that game. Sweet 16 time for an ACC team. How about that? And ACC not doing too well. In fact, there's only 2 ACC teams left, right? Florida State and Syracuse. Somebody said last night they were out, completely out. I said, no, there's Syracuse. Syracuse is not done yet. And looks like, they may be playing Houston. We'll see. Houston's up 12-7. The Arkansas Texas Tech game should Texas Tech game should start their second half in just a moment. 12:50 left to go in the first half. Only 12-7. It's a low scoring game. Rutgers may be slowing the pace down against Houston, but Houston's got the opportunity and the big men to turn up the wick if they need to, and they're up 5, so they're not in any danger of losing right there right now. So West Virginia is toast. Toast. Tonight at midnight, it stops. It's $26 now. Premier League 2019 set. That'll be over with at midnight tonight. Those shoes you guys saw me wear earlier, they're too tight on my feet. I gotta put those up on my. My eBay. I gotta sell them. They just won't fit me. Brand new. I wore them. I put them on today. I couldn't wear them. I was like, I just can't wear those damn things. So those Puma shoes, they're going on my. They're going to go on my eBay tonight. I got to put them up. 14-7, Houston. Houston's giving them a run for them. They're going to be tough to beat. Houston's going to be tough to beat. Oral Roberts, the toothbrush company, going to be playing Florida in about 20 minutes? Yeah, about 15 minutes, something like that. Okay. Let's see. We've got roughly an hour, maybe a little more. I'm going to watch Shameless at 9 o'clock. What would we like to do? I can play Grid Zone. I can play. We can do boxing. We can do Glory Days boxing, and I don't know. Depends on what you. This group is Shameless. Yeah. What's up, Ken? Got something from a friend today. Over, my man Alan Shaw. Alan's a good dude, man. Alan always give money every time. I promised to get him something before the beginning of the baseball season. So I went to Lids today and bought him this. I told him what better way to follow the Phillies than to have a Phillies hat. So this will be in the mail. Going to England tomorrow. Be heading that way. Yeah, this group is Shameless. Pretty cool. Okay. Is that official? Yeah, it's one of the official. It's a Lids one. So, yeah. So we'll send that to him. I was supposed to have been done that by the end of last season. I hadn't done it, so so we're gonna do that. Look who came out of the back seat. The media star, Keith White. Yeah. Keith did very well last night. Definitely no need to be shy, and he was not shy last night. He was on for 3 hours. So, I just haven't seen my man John. I haven't seen John back on here much. Can you find a good Cubs World Series hat for a decent price? Number one, what do you consider a decent price? Because you want a new one. I mean, you want the blue one. $30. Hats are high as hell now. Hats are high as shit. That's why when I buy a vehicle, you see me wearing this, and I thought it was a sharp looking hat, but I was like, yeah, I want that free. We buying a hat, we buying a $30,000 vehicle from you. I want a hat, damn it. So insist on it. Well, you have to bargain them down. So if I go to Lids, man, Lids. Well, number one, I went to Lids today to get that hat. It was $44.99. I was like, hell no. So then I went to another place in the mall and ended up getting it for 25. I got it for 25. 25. I don't know, man. I'll tell you the highest price hats there are. It's the Yankees, Boston, and the Dodgers. Man, I'm telling you, you try to get one of those green ones. What for? Like a St. Patrick's Day or some green day. Rob got skills, yeah, right. Not that good. But the Red Sox wear a green one early in the year. One of these days, and sometime in April, I think. One of them's like $45, even in the cheapest place you go. They are hard as hell. I don't even like the green Boston hat that good, but they are people love them. But the other Philly ones, the one that kind of just has a little pea, kind of swung pea or whatever, kind of burnt color. They $45-$50 minimum anywhere you go. The old school pea, they're high as hell. They are tough to get. So it's all dependent on what you want. You probably can get a Cubs, straight up Cubs hat. But probably 25 at the best. I like the Mike Schmidt uniforms. You talking about the baby blue color ones, or are you talking about the ones that were like a crimson, like the crimson pea and all that? Which ones you talking about? Those little baby blue ones were pretty cool at one time, and then I got like you've seen mine. Is mine? I don't think mine's a pinstripe. I just got the white. The home and road. Okay. I've got I don't have the pinstripe of Harper, but I got the number 3, just a white straight up uniform this year. I didn't grab me a new hat. I didn't grab me a new one. I just got my man one today. So we'll see what's happening there. We'll get that money out to Harris. Harris is man, I tell you, he's going through a lot. Carlton looked good in those baby blues. Oh yeah, Carlton would shine, especially when you go to up in New York, play up there at not City Field. What do they call it? What was New York's field called? Oh shit. Everybody ought to know what New York's field was called. Shea Stadium, yeah. When they went to Shea Stadium and played. And then when they went down to Atlanta, all those places. Now, no, it just the way he's left-handed and all. It was a cool looking uniform. That's what we talking about, Keith. Just the way when he pitched with it, it was just a nice looking uniform. Well, nothing like that. It was just all about. It was just all about the uniform and because he glided on the mound. He didn't jerk and stuff like that. He kind of glided when he pitched. Yeah, he had a kind of glide motion. But he could throw. He could throw hard. He had a good breaking ball and no. He was efficient. Yeah. He was one of the first few people that ever kept up with pitch counts, and he always wanted to stay under 15 every inning, and he was tight about that. And if he struck 2 guys out, you already had 6 or 7, 8, maybe even 9 pitches on you. He would a lot of times try to make a third guy in an inning if it was 2 outs. Make him make contact, ground ball, ground out, or either pop up somewhere. He was good about that. He was real good about that. And man, I can't believe we are still in daylight here at 7:36. We still got daylight going on out here. I don't know how well the camera shows. It's starting to get dark a little, but not much. I mean, I guess it's kind of like dude was a nutrition and workout nut too. Yeah, yeah. He pitched for over 20, almost 20, over 25 years, I think. Yeah, he pitched for a long time. Um, yeah, it's kind of like a situation when you watch golf on television. If you was out there golfing now, it wouldn't be too dark. It wouldn't be too dark to play, but I'm sure it looks a lot lighter on here than it does. Yeah, the sky's pretty clear. He would get intense some, but nothing like some of these other players that they had. I mean, they had Tug McGraw, very intense. Um, they had a nutty crew, man. They really did. They had a bunch that was out from left field. Um, Darren Dalton came a little later. He was just, I mean, he was cuckoo. That's what he was. He was out there. Decent ball player, but he was, I mean, he escaped the asylum somewhere along the way. In high school, our coach had us do Steve Carlton workout. It's intense. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Well, Rose didn't do nothing but help. Yeah, Dutch, Dykstra, Nails. They did. They had some guys on that team that was just, I mean, out there, out there. Um, Larry Anderson. Oh my God. Hockey workout depends on what you're doing. If you're doing if you're doing pass drills, that can be tough. That can be tough, especially if you got somebody who can really skate. And you're doing the they call it different things: cross, tic tac toe, 1-3-5, whatever they call it, all different things, or RLC, that kind of deal. Um, they could be hard workouts. And then obviously, if they want to do the chase with you, all they do is dump it puck into the zone, and you just go in and just try to hit the D man clean as possible, but you try to get him to where he can't get the puck. So you always had to stick in your hand, because generally the defenseman, if you were doing those drills, he's swinging that stick for every little bit he can do it, man. I ain't lying, because they tell you hit him if the puck is still with him or on him. But if not, all you do is just do a little small check, and then you try to chase the puck down. So all season hockey workouts are the key. Working in the real season. They would have us doing it anytime. Didn't make a damn. What's up, Puck? What's going on, Puck? Puck ready to come on live with me? How about it, Puck? You ready to go live with me one time? We're getting everybody on this channel on here live at least once here if we can. I'm trying to do it. You can update us, tell us what's going on. Someday, hey, today is Sunday. Today is Sunday. Sunday is Sunday. It's here. It's here with you now. Were any players notorious for beating up teammates in practice? Always heard in Chicago, Chris Chelios would get dirty with some of his teammates. I always heard that. I don't know. I don't know. I ain't never seen nobody that would um, stick in the skates, flip them. Not really. I ain't never seen nobody do that. Most people didn't want to practice. So the best way not to practice was just lay low and all. And um, but um, but you know, Torts, he could shoot a puck. He could shoot it in the 90s. We had guns out. They had guns out at practice one day, and he reached 90, 91 miles an hour. He could hit a puck. I mean, he could drive a puck, and he never made it to the NHL. But he could shoot a puck. He could do it. He's a little bitty fart, man. I never knew anybody that had a smaller stick as he had. Yeah. So Bruins are coming back Monday or Tuesday anyway, right? Spoke loud but carried a little stick. He was little anyway, man. He was small. I think he posted him at 5'10", and there's no fucking way he was 5'10". No way under the sun he was 5'10". Hell no. Because by that time I was 6'2" or 3", and the dude was that much shorter than me, man. I mean, he was a lot shorter than me. 5'8" at his tallest. And I don't even think he was that damn tall. I think he was more 5'7". I really do. They ain't going anywhere anyway, Puck. Don't get your hopes up. you talking about the Bruins. I'm not. No way. I'm not. Times I met Torts, he wasn't that much. No, yeah, he wasn't a big dude, man. Mm-mm. No. Mm-mm. No, he wasn't a big dude at all. And I think he had him listed at 5'10". I'm like, it ain't no damn way he's 5'10". 5'10". But hey, that's the same way they do for kid from Arizona from football. What the hell's his name? Murray, Kyler Murray. They put him at 6'1". That dude ain't seen 6'1" ever. He can stand on a couple of ant hills, and he still ain't 6'1". Ain't no damn way. Only my Boston teams I'm loyal. Puck says, I got you, man. Never been a big Bruins fan. I always liked Cam Neely. I love watching Cam Neely play, but I've never been a Bruins fan. I just won't. I don't know why. Just, and I'm definitely not a Washington Caps fan. I do not like, and I don't like Philadelphia Flyers. I always liked to watch. I was watching. Cam was a beast. I was watching my man Yager playing Friday. But Yager's 68 years old, 67. That's why he's got 68 in his uniform. Still playing. And I mean, he is still getting around. Eric Gribben, what's going up? There's a shadowy thing in the corner. Where? Shadowy thing. Where? Score 40 points and kick anyone's ass. Yeah. Yager won't scare nothing, man. Yager could skate. He could pass. He could get in the rough stuff if he had to, and he'd shoot. KC knows I'm a homer. So what you up to, Eric? Eric, you number one, have you subscribed to the channel? If you have subscribed to the channel, you are available for so many, many, many gifts. We have the free gift channel open on what's the day, Sunday? On Saturday. I even root for Logano because he's from the East Coast. Logano, it's in there. Yeah, spaghetti, Logano. Eric Gribben, you'll find out real quick. Scott Kleindorst knocks at Neely. Kleindorst, did he play for? Did he play for the Devils? Kleindorst? Or he played maybe for Montreal. Maybe he played for Montreal. I think he played for the Devils. Lives in New England. Not a homer. No, Ken's not a homer. He played for the Devils. I thought he played for the Devils. Is that a movie? Blue Logano with Brooke Shields? Blue Logano. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Pretty darn cool. We've got the final round of the Masters coming up. We can do that anytime this week we decide to. I've got to actually go print out season 5 of the drivers. I have not done that yet. Ken Castro likes Red Sox, though. Yeah, he's a Red Sox fan. I'm a Red Sox fan, too. It's hard to be a Red Sox fan when they don't spend their damn money, though. They're counting on this pandemic to last. And if it does, they're going to save a lot of money. They're not going to win anything, but they're going to save a lot of money. Neely was smart. Don't recall him picking on Bob Pro. Now, he didn't go Phillies fan first, Sox second. I'm the same way. I'm with the I was with the Phillies right there, in their stadium and stuff. I was a Red Sox fan first, but now Phillies. I like to see the Phillies succeed. Neely wasn't stupid enough to go picking fights with Probert or let's see, who was old sawed off son of a bitch, no neck for the Rangers. Anybody that started a fight with him was out of their minds. You didn't even see Probert start fights with this dude too much. What was his name? No, not John Cordick. John Cordick, he started with Washington. John Cordick was a big dude. This guy was a little guy, man. He was a little guy. And he looked like Stretch Armstrong when he would stretch his whole arm out. He liked to fight left-handed. Man, he'd beat the hell out of some people. What was his name? How would you rank Steve Grogan, Tony Eason, Drew Bledsoe? Probably just right that exact way you got them. Grogan, Eason, then Bledsoe, probably that way. Yeah, he played for the Rangers. What the hell was his name? Ty Domi. Now, Grogan first. You like Grogan? Yeah, I like Grogan first. I did. Bledsoe, Grogan, then Eason. I definitely don't think maybe. I don't think Bledsoe was the best of those three. Bledsoe didn't ever show me that much. They weren't winning nothing until he got hurt. Then he won his Super Bowl title. But yeah, Ty Domi. Ty was a small dude, man, but he got to extend his arms, and every time he extended his arms, that knuckle. I mean, him and Joey Kosher both. Joey Kosher, he would scare anybody, man. We went and watched him play. Uh, Shit, who was that he beat up? I mean, he beat him bad. And we went to Washington and seen it. Rod Langway, I believe that's who he beat up. I mean, oh yeah, he was crazy, man. He was crazy. But Joey Kosar, we went up to the Cap Center. I don't know, 90, 91, something like that. And Joey Kosar was out there. And he got a hold. Rod Langway was one of the cleanest guys out there, never wore a helmet. I mean, man, he beat the living shit out of this guy. And by the time the fight was over with, it was 20 Caps on the ice and 20 Red Wings on the ice. I mean, it was oh yeah, the guy fell in the penalty box and he just beat the shit out of him. Oh yeah. Yeah, he beat the crap out of him. Yeah. Yeah, he fell forward and he grabbed him right. He actually didn't beat him up as bad as he could have. He could have hurt him worse. But the league said nothing to Domi about that. Gates. It was a guy for the Blue. It was a guy for the Blues. They went to Chicago Stadium. You know, when the old place where the Chicago Stadiums when they used to play. What was his name? He looked like an old man. He looked like an old man. This was in '91, and they had just had Saint Patrick's Day Massacre, 3/17/91. You can still watch that on here. Saint Valentine's Day Massacre. It was the Blues and the Blackhawks. And the night before, the 16th, must have been a Friday. I don't know, or Saturday. I think Blackhawks always used to show their games, their home games on the weekend on Sunday night. So Saturday night, they played in St. Louis. And this guy, what the hell was his name? He looked like an old guy because he was bald-headed and had a mustache. Let me see the 91. Let me see the 91 roster for the Blues. 1991 roster of St. Louis Blues.
The first two are Curtis Joseph and Brendan Shanahan. I have 6 answers in total.
Harold Snaps. That's it. Harold Snaps. I mean, my man wasn't scared of nothing. It looks like he was 50 years old. Harold Snaps. He got a hold to. It was the night before. Like I say, they was in St. Louis, and I had I had one of those big 12-foot dishes in my backyard, and so it was 3/16/91, I guess, because 3/17. You can find that all over here. They call it Saint Valentine. I mean Saint whatever the hell they call it. Massacre, St. Patrick's Day Massacre, 3/17/91. You can catch it on here. I mean, they fight for 20 solid minutes, man. Rod Brindamore. Not Brindamore. He won't on there. I can't think of some of their names, but I mean, you see it. But he gets a hold to Steve Larmer, and I mean, he and Steve Larmer were just kind of yapping back and forth, but they were close to the penalty box, away from the benches. Steve Larmer turned his stick around, and he's holding it by the blade, and he actually pushed it into Steve Larmer up, trying to like he was trying to shove it up his ass. Larmer turned around and he swung that damn stick. And I mean, he missed him within about that far from hitting him right across the face. Snaps lit into him. When I say that, I mean Snaps. Something snapped in him right then and there. I mean, he grabbed him right here, right? I mean, generally you'd see him grab him with one arm, but I mean, he grabbed him and had so much jersey, he was just doing like this to him. And he couldn't even stretch his arm out because he had him a foot away, and he was just doing like that. And Larmer, I mean, every punch you could tell it was like a boxing match. Two, 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 and but the third one busted his nose wide open. You can see blood both ways. Then he done like that a couple more times, and right here starts gets him cut there. So he's done already flattened his nose out, and he keeps on going. He eventually works down here. He knocks a couple of his teeth out. I mean, he beat the living shit out of Larmer. But I ain't lying, man. I had never seen anybody grab the wrong end of the stick. And he did that to him. And when he did that, Larmer was ready for it. He swung it around. And when he did, he dropped his stick. And dropping the stick was the worst thing he could do because Snips dropped behind him there. So both of them ended up getting 5 minutes. But then Snips just, I mean, he couldn't have grabbed him any better by the jersey because he just grabbed a whole handful. And he just done like that. And I'm like, oh, my Lord. Battle of Quebec. But I ain't lying. If you ever, I don't know if I've ever seen the video of that. Oh, Snips came back and played. I want to say Larmer played the next night. Larmer played the next night. I want to say he got some stitches. He had to get stitches in his nose because I mean, it was flattened, man. It was a broken nose too, but he played the next night. I want to say maybe he had a little bit of a black eye under one of his eyes the next night, Larmer, but he didn't play long the next night because he went after him early. He was swinging his stick, and he didn't want no part of fighting those guys. I mean, the Blues had goons, man. Yeah, 317-91. Look, Tony Twist. Oh, he was. I mean, they had goons, man. I'm talking about serious goons. Angela, what was his name? Angeletti. What the hell is his name? This dude liked to chew chewing gum playing hockey. I'm like, you dumbass. And he would, man. He would chew chewing gum in the middle of a fight. You'd see him and just keep fighting. But I mean, they had every goon. Both teams had every goon possible playing, and that's when they had the 1-on-1 with this kid came from the Oilers, I think. It was playing for the Blackhawks. He was a defenseman. And Scott Stevens. And I mean, Scott Stevens got the shit beat out of him. Kelly Chase. Yeah, Kelly Chase. Oh, yeah, he was out there too. I'm serious. If you watch that fight, I'm telling you, the damn video lasts about 30 minutes. And I mean, they came out there with shovels. They didn't even come out because they were told not to even touch the equipment because there was blood all over the damn ice. It was terrible. I mean, this was in the old Chicago Stadium, March 17th, 1991. St. Patrick's Day Massacre. I'm telling you, it ain't no problem to find. You can find it on both. You can find where the Blues Network had it, and you can find it where Chicago's network has it. And I've seen it on both of them. And I mean, they were fighting, and yeah, the whole night. Scott Stevens, that second night, he kept trying to pick fights. Who was the guy that beat Stevens? I mean, he beat Stevens' ass. Stevens had a big cut. I mean, we're talking about a 1/4 inch by probably 1.5 inches. It was a cut. and it was just because he just beat the crap out of him. But who was that guy that beat him up? He was a defenseman too, and he won't short of nerve. It was a guy from Chicago though. Oh yeah, Stevens a Hall of Famer, no doubt about it. But he sure got what was coming to him that night. I mean, he got the hell beat out of him. What was this guy's name? Man, oh man. Let me see. Let me see. 1991 roster, Chicago Blackhawks.
Dominic Hasek, Ed Belfour, and Chris Chelios.
No, it's more than that. Dirk Graham. Everybody remembers old Dirk. Had that. He had a big old mustache. He'd wear it. Keith. No, not Keith. What the hell was his name? Keith something or other was his name. No, damn. Nope. Mike Peluso ended up getting into the fights. They had him up there that night. Keith Brown? That don't sound right. Dave Manson. That's it. Dave Manson versus Scott Stevens. And he beat the shit out of Scott Stevens. But I'm just saying, man, the whole time, I mean, sometimes there's 7, 8, 10 one team out there skating around the ice. And next thing you know, I mean, they're just pounding each other. Cicerelli, no, Dino Cicerelli wasn't one of them. But I mean, overall, probably the Blues won more of the fights because they just kept bringing guys out there. What gets you kicked out of a hockey game? Well, you can get kicked out for fighting if you get an instigator penalty. 3 fights automatically gets you kicked out. I never got 3 fights. Generally, you got to do some real dirty shit, but if you do it towards the end of the game, you can get game misconducts too. I mean, but if you start a fight, if you drop your gloves and the other guy's right here got his gloves on and stuff, oh yeah, do it. Saying anything like that to him. Yeah. Oh yeah. And, anytime, or you need to get a new mattress on your bed, ref. Your wife shakes too much, that kind of shit. Which I've heard people say that to them before. You need to get a new mattress on your bed, ref. You imagine that shit. Look them straight in the eye, and they some of them would come back with shit. Yeah. Well, my wife and your wife all met on a threesome the other night. I mean, they would come back with some shit sometimes. They didn't care. Oh man, I never saw nothing was off limits. I never heard nothing that was off limits, man. I mean, they would talk about each other's mamas, each other's wives. They didn't give a shit. They didn't give a damn. I'm serious. Yeah. It won't that much stick. They want that damn sticklers most of the time in hockey, man. I mean, they knew if you were coming out there with a pissed attitude, most of the time they'd meet you at the door and say, look, I know you're pissed off. I know you're coming in here with with your ass on your shoulders tonight. All I would say, oh yeah, you're damn right. But they'd meet you at the gate, even in minor leagues. They'd meet you there and be like, look, if you guys want to fight, if you guys want to fight tonight, we'll give you the opportunity. Make it clean. Make it clean. And 90%, look, 90% of the time, if anybody got in a fight and then you saw somebody fall or something, you most time didn't never see nobody hardly throwing another punch. Most time it was like it was understood. You grab the other guy's jersey, you hold on until they come in there and break your arms up, and then you go about your business and act like you've won the fight, even if you just got your shit beat out of you. I mean, that's what you did. But you very seldom seen people just swinging and shit, and then you fall to the ice and they just keep fighting. Most time that shit don't happen. They got enough respect for you to realize, okay, you laying on the ice just like they are. Or if they knock you out. I mean, I've seen guys get knocked out where, you know, a couple of punches get hit, lay down on the ice, and, you know, rather than keep coming after them, they just, you know, kind of do like that and go about their business. Most time, you didn't see them get too violent like that. Yeah, well, the ref is told not to. The ref is told not to get involved. It's always a linesman that has to get it. The linesman. Was it Darnell Nurse? Was it Darnell Nurse? I know Darnell Nurse has been fighting a lot lately. I don't know what the hell's done got into him. He's a defenseman. I don't know what the hell's done got into him lately. He used to, Kahira. Okay. Darnell Nurse has been fighting more than usual. But yeah, the referee is told to watch. And then if they have to now, they'll use video replay. They didn't do it then. And sometimes they'd have scorekeepers on the side be like, okay, give that guy 10, give that guy 10, give that guy 5. You know, double miss, you know, four in the box. Richie from Calgary tuned him up. Oh, Michael, really? That boys from Calgary always was able to fight too, man. Shit. Oh man, that was a dude that played for where the hell did he play? Played for Carolina, the Thunderbirds. He came from Kamloops, and I thought he was Fruit Loops, man. I ain't lying. That dude, he could swing out of left field. He could hit you. I don't give a damn where you were looking. Don't you think it evens out in the NHL? Oh, it's no doubt it does because it's an unwritten rule that you don't go out here and you just don't. It's gonna come back to you if you do. You go out here and you do some dirty shit. Trust me. Oh yeah. They're gonna put some guy on it. They're gonna have a roughhouse on line one if they have to do it. Yep, and they'll tell them, like, look, ring him up, and it does, ring him up. Coach will tell you, ring him up. Which one, Coach? 28. All right, number 28, ring him up. All right, if he gets pushed out of the circle, let's say intentionally. So he can get on the other. Let's say he's playing left wing and you're playing left wing, right? And you're told to light him up. You're told to light up 24. Trust me, when that puck falls on the ice, you're on the other. You're playing right wing right there beside him, and then you got two. He's got 2-on-1 right there because your regular right winger is staying over there, and you going over there. All you doing is got number 24 in your eyesight. You ain't even thinking about a puck. You ain't even thinking about a puck. All you're thinking about is you've got radar right there that's, okay, I'm going after number 24. And when I get a hold of him, I ain't letting go until I beat the shit out of him. Or I get the shit hell beat out of me. Because, I've had, I've seen it done. I was never instructed to do it because I couldn't do it that good. But I've seen it. It would be like, okay, who's stepping up? And it'd be somebody sitting over there and got blood running down their face. Who's stepping up? And it won't like Nobody would. Everybody was like, me, me, me. We all would. Okay. It's your job. Okay. And that's the way it would do. Everybody was stepping up for the next man. Yes, most people don't know how the face-off dynamics work, so two guys can yeah. And a lot of guys are intensely get knocked out, all they do is they'll raise their stick. They'll raise their stick before the face-off and kind of egg the other guy on. Okay, you're out of here. Okay. Well, if they know on the other team the rough guy is on the left wing, they're going to put him on the left wing. Because that way they may end up getting a cheap goal out of it. But you don't want it. You don't even want to play to last that long. You want that play to last 5 seconds, and then trust me, he's looking at you. He's watching you because he ain't gonna turn his back on you because he knows you're instructed to come after his ass. And I'm talking about somebody that doesn't play at all, that's got like 200 penalty minutes and maybe has 5 points for the season, and they got him sitting on the first line. You're like, what the hell? You can smell it. And they'll even tell, if you're watching it on TV, they'll even say, oh, what the hell is he doing on line one? oh, he knows it's coming. He don't have to turn his back either because he knows who's instructed to come do it. Yeah. Yeah. He knows somebody's told to do it. And as soon as that puck falls, it's on, man. It's on like ham bone. Yeah. It's on like ham bone because hell, couple years after I was messing around, playing some stuff, we went to a minor league game up at the same facility. This was like 91, something like that. It was right around 91. It was up at the Lancelot Arena, and I had my brother with me. It was 4 or 5 of us that went, and we sat behind. We sat behind the penalty box. Okay, the penalty box for the other team. We sat behind it, so we was like on the 4th row. And one of my buddies had never. Keith, players feel their wages are being suppressed. Players feel luxury tax serves as de facto salary cap. Salary cap, the luxury tax, it's going to keep going up, though. They're not going to lower it. They're not going to do it. You're talking about baseball now, I guess. Yeah. But we're sitting on this 4th row, and I got one of my buddies with me. He'd never been to a game in his life, right? And so I'm sitting here, and he's sitting here, and my brother Mike is sitting here. I think it was 3 or 4 of us there. I forgot who all. Maybe both of my brothers went. And a puck come flying over the glass, right? It come flying over the glass, and I saw it coming kind of at me, and I put my hand out, and it got knocked up against the glass in front of me. Man, right across there, I had a black mark for a couple of days. And my buddy said he thought it was going to hit his head. I tell you, I just looked up and just did like that, and it hurt my hand hurt for like 2 weeks after that. And later in the game, one of the guys got put in the penalty box. I don't even know what team it was. He got a hold of the stick, just swung it back like that. It went split the penalty box glass, and the stick went down and hit this woman right square between the eyes. She was bleeding, man. She was bleeding, and she was probably, God, she had to be in her 50s. Her husband got up. I'm telling you, sure as I'm sitting here. I'm sitting a row behind him, and he's sitting in a seat like over this way. He got up and tried to climb in that damn penalty box. He tried to climb in that penalty box. The guy got a hold to him. And I mean, my man was dressed nice, man. He was. He was dressed nice. The guy got a hold to it. And I'm serious, man. He couldn't have been over 5'8", 5'9", probably weighed 170. His wife is, I mean, sitting there, nice clothes and everything, just blood just running down her face and shit. The stick is sticking sideways in there. He's trying to get the damn stick where he's going to hit this motherfucker with his stick. The guy grabbed him, and I mean, he had him 2/3 of the way over the damn thing. My brother grabbed his foot. You've seen my brother, the one with the beard. He grabbed him by his damn foot, right? And I'm right here, kind of right here around his waist, doing whatever I can, belt loop or anything, just trying to pull him back. My brother grabs him by the foot and pulls him back. I mean, they had two guys within the box there pulling on the other guy, and finally somebody else came in there and got him to let go. But my brother, I'm serious, he saved that dude's life, because if he'd have flipped over there, he was going to light into his ass. That man would have been gone. So the next thing you know, they come bringing a towel out there, big white towel, and folded it up. It looks about that thick, and they got it right here. And she's like, I don't know what to. It is. It's crazy. And I said, well, I know where to go. Come on. So they all sat down. I just told my brother, I said, look, just don't get no more shit with them, because I'm serious. These dudes are crazy. So I'm taking her to the back room back there where I knew they were probably going to take her to the hospital. And so I knew where the rescue squad and everything was. So she's actually holding this to her hand, and I've got some ice. They done brought me some ice. And she said, no, I don't need the ice yet. I said, okay, let's walk out. We had to walk upstairs and then kind of go down the back way there. And we went around there. She said, how do you know about this? I said, I've skated this ice rink many times and played a few times. She said, can you believe it was my husband's idea to come tonight, the first game we've ever been to. I said, I bet you don't sit next to the penalty box no more. She said, hell, I ain't never coming to a game again. She was pissed. Her husband's coming walking back there and wanting to talk to the owner. And I said, the owner's a good dude, man. And he says, I'm going to sue you bastards. I'm going to sue you. And I said, look, dude. I said, man, the other team did this shit. It wasn't him. And I was doing everything I could to try to be like a liaison or whatever, you know. But he was mad. She let go of that. She let go of that damn towel when she got to the rescue squad, and they had like a little patch thing, and they put over her nose like these little things. That, I'm serious. She lost a lot of damn blood, and he hopped in the rescue squad, and I done like that to him. I said, I hope everything's okay. He said, well, we'll be back later. And about the end of the game, they come pulling in there, and they were talking to the owner of the team. And I think he probably offered them some tickets or something like that. Tried to stay out of it financially, because he owned like 3 of the teams in the league. And yeah, he was a good dude, man. The owner I'm talking about. But that guy, I couldn't blame him for being pissed, man, because I mean, that guy just swung that damn stick, and I'd never seen nobody do like that. And he didn't even look back. The guy didn't even look back, and he just split the glass. And when he got there, I thought, damn. And I had no idea to hit this woman. And then she was sitting in front of us. And then we looked down there, and all of a sudden there's blood on the floor and shit. I'm like, God. It was rough, man. It was rough. They, I want to say they suspended that guy for like 5 games or something for that shit after that, because it made the news. It made the news and stuff down here. It was like 91 or 92 or something, because I by that time I done quit. I didn't even skate anymore much after that, but it had to be like 91 or 92, and it was just like an explosion went off. And I thought, damn. Like I say, if it wasn't for my brother, that guy would have been in the penalty box, because he was doing all his worldly best to get in there. I'll give him credit. He was going to take up for his wife. he sure as hell was going to do that, but he was going to get the hell beat out of him too, because he was. Oh, I know he was older than I am now. I know he was. So he had to be closer to 60. Yeah. And this guy's probably 21, 22 years old. That is not the fight you want to get into, brother. And they ended up passing the stick through into the crowd. I think my brother ended up getting the stick. I said, you better hold that damn stick low, because they gonna raise hell about it or whatever. But they didn't never get it. He didn't even ask for it back, because they had to bring a replacement glass in and all. They stopped the game for a little while, and it was crazy shit. I come back and he's like, "What the hell happened?" I said, "That lady's in the rescue squad. She's going to the hospital." And my brother Mike said, "Why didn't they just stitch her up here?" I said, "Dude, they do not want that guy stitching her up. I mean, I've been stitched up a few times by that guy, and he was a clown. I mean, all right, Rob, you go get 20 stitches. What? 20 stitches? And it'd be a little place like that." And I mean, yeah, they picked that guy up off the street somewhere. Yeah, did clean work, but definitely they did the best thing sending her to the hospital. No doubt about that. I'm leaning toward them striking the owners having had power for the last two contracts. Players want power back. You know what? I to me, I think the owners may lock out. I think the owners may lock out. The players, man. What players get guaranteed contracts from start to finish, other than Major League Baseball? Basketball gets their guaranteed amount to paid for them, but if they ended up doing something stupid or something, they can cut them. Same thing with football. I mean, same thing with football. They can sign them for an 8-year deal, but whatever's guaranteed at the beginning, they guaranteed to get that and whatever they play for. But if they cut them after a season and a half or 2 seasons, they don't have to pay them another 6 years worth. Baseball is just different. You sign a guy to a 15-year deal, $180 million, and you get hurt the second game, you're getting $180 million is what you're going to get. You're going to get all that. So I don't think the players have got so many. Yeah. Yeah, you got it. I mean, really, I don't think there's a whole lot. Right, exactly, Keith. And that's why I think there's a chance of be a lockout. But the thing is, that's why I think there's a chance of a lockout. If by the All-Star game they're not going 100%. Hey, wife.
Hi, husband. Hi, team. Kids.
If by the All-Star game they're not 100% vested in attendance, the owners are going to have more reason than ever to lock out next year. They're going to be like, look, we've got to get our money. Now, I understand if they play 162 games, the MLB contract, like what we're getting, the MLB extra innings packages, they're going to split that. And the contract is there for the televisions, the revenue. And each team can abide the way they want to. They can go, they can let their Fox affiliate, they can let their sports affiliate, whatever, show the game. And if it's in their region, let's say for Philadelphia, let's just say the Phillies, if they want to put it on Sports Time Philly or whatever they call it, and charge $9.99 a month, they can do that. They can do that to where if you're in the within the home region of 100 miles, I think then you're going to have to end up paying to watch it, or they're going to black it out. And obviously, if they can only have 25%, 30, 40% fans, they're not going to have a problem doing that, so they won't do a blackout. The only time they black out is if they don't sell out. So, they can definitely go to the contract situation to where, okay, you're a whole lot better if you're a Phillies fan just to simply go to the MLB package. Okay, you just go to the MLB package, pay $21 a month, $25 a month, something like that, whatever it is for 4 months, or $28 a month, whatever it is. You can watch every game on the bracket. Doesn't matter where, when. That way, if you want to watch the Mets and the Braves, if you want to watch the Phillies and the Marlins, and then you can still, catch all the teams, and then watching Nats and stuff. So that's the biggest thing for the owners. They just want their money, and the players are getting their money, and the players just want to play 162 games. The owners just want them to play 162 games if they've got a good television contract out there. Trust me, they want them to play, but they want attendance to be up. They want more than 50%, at least 50% up north, and that's where it's at. That's where it's affecting them. New York, Boston, Philly, Washington, all those places up there, they're starting out 25%. Go down south, Arizona, they're talking like they may start the season at 75%. Texas Rangers are starting 100%. So game one in Texas, you can go down there and find a seat, and it's not going to be a problem because they're selling every seat, 40,000. So Texas ownership is going about this situation like, okay, you will wear a mask, you will do this, you will do that, but with the intention of, guess what? You're going to be sitting right next to your neighbor. So, right or wrong, I don't know what's right or wrong. And I'm sure if they all knew what was right or wrong, they would do it too. But you got too many owners that are like, okay, the last thing we want to do is have a COVID spread due to us, allowing seating in baseball games. So I give you Northeast credit that they're not at least bumping into 100%. I think 100% is too much right now, but I think 40, 50% starting off, you could probably do that, because 40 or 50% leaves. All right, if your group is 8 people, right? Your group is 8 people, you can leave a couple seats on each side. That's not a big deal. And then not have nobody right in front of a couple of them, and just kind of spread everybody out. If you got little kids, you make sure they set their asses down. You just make sure you do not get out here and play around with other kids. That's just the rules. That's just the way they got to do it. And if they handle it the right way, especially if the Players Association boss comes out and starts talking to ownership before the end of the year. If they can get together at the All-Star break and say, look, let's not have a stop and play. Okay. We got some guys that's going to be good players, that's going to be free agents. We want them to get good contracts. The best way they can get him, let's be in, just because they are open, do you think the stadium will be filled? Depends on where. If the Phillies started the season 100% capacity, it wouldn't be no empty seats there for a month anyway, depending on how they play now. But the first month, it wouldn't be. Some people in Texas won't go, being cautious. But I don't think that's a reason. I just think they don't go just because they don't go play. Dude, I'm telling you, people go down here and go to Walmart not wearing a mask. That's just the way it works down south here. That's just the way it is. Shit, we went to Golden Corral today. It's damn buffet. You have to wear a mask when you go up there and get your food, and you have to be wearing gloves when you get it. But when you sit back to take, they people sitting all around. I mean, they won't limit it. It was 100 people in there at least. I'm just saying. It was at least 100 people in there eating today because it was 30 or 40, more than 40 cars out front, probably 70 cars out front because we had to find a place to park. I'm telling you, this is my opinion. Yeah, they do. Some do, but it's not it's Florida and Texas, people not wearing masks like they are up here. No way. They are when they going into Disney World, places like that. But when they go into grocery stores, Keith will tell you, if a fan buys a ticket, expecting attendance will be a cap at 40% and they can get the stadium and it is 80% full. Can a fan get a refund? Fun. Wow. I'm doubtful. You probably could sell a ticket. But tell him, Keith, tell Ken the situation down there. Are more people wearing masks or not wearing masks where you're at in Louisiana? I know the situation. If you go to the grocery store, Keith, what's the situation? Because it's not mandatory. Hell yeah. It's not a mandatory thing down south. I go to Walmart. I know 30% of them are wearing masks, 70% are not. Yeah, I'm just saying. That's the thing, though. If you're in a zone or in a place that right now, I don't know. Personally, employees do, only some of the people do. Right. Yeah, the people that work there wear their mask. But here, maybe 30%. I wear my mask when I go in. When I went into the restaurant, I wore my mask. I know people in my area of Georgia wearing. Okay, that's cool, Glenn. I'm glad. Hey, and I like it when everybody's stepping up to the plate and talking about it. We'll see Florida. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be real interesting. How many seats that they're going to open up for for Tampa and Miami. I know in September when I was in Biloxi, they were all wearing masks when we went into the stores and restaurants. Yeah, that's September though. We're talking 7 months later. Shit's changed a lot here. In the last 6 weeks, stuff's changed. Since February 1st, it's changed a lot. I would say at Christmas time, when we went to Walmart here, 90% had masks on. 85, 90%. Now, less than half. And that's a shame. It is. It's a real shame. But if let me say it this way. If the Phillies, let's say me and the wife were able to get tickets for opening day. We were lucky enough to get opening day tickets. And we was going to get a couple of days to see the Braves, the first and the second, Thursday and Friday. And they were to tell me that they were selling 50% tickets. I'd go. I wouldn't let that stop me. Media like to push the narrative that no one wears masks. Yeah, well, I know that too. Also, more people vaccinated since September. Yep, you're correct there. The vaccines are distributed. People feel safer too. I knew that too. Yep. But I'll tell you, if I had opening day tickets to go to Philly, and they said we're gonna have 50% of the people, I'd go. I wouldn't hesitate. I'd go. Yeah, I'm with you, Larry. I'm with you, man. While I'm there, while I'm eating, I'll kind of put it down like this, kind of around my chin or something. Do I have one with me? Nope, I don't. Oh, yeah, I do. Yeah, I do. Actually, it's my best mask, too. This really covers a lot. Watch this. This is the best one I got. But if I get me something to eat, I'll just do like this. Eat whatever I'm eating, and then I just pull it right back up like that. This is one of my best ones. This covers a lot of area. I actually like this one. It's my favorite. This is my Virginia mask. That's upside down Virginia. I live right there. But this one don't bother me too much either. I like wearing this one. This one covers a whole lot of my face. So this is probably my favorite. That's probably my favorite. But I can breathe in that one. Some of them I can't breathe in real good. And then your nose gets running if you can't breathe in it. And that sucks. Don't forget, we still got 3.5 hours left on the 2019 EPL set. Yeah, I do too in a restaurant, but I'm talking about like at a ballpark or something. I would just go down like it, put it right there like that. Yeah, it's a restaurant today. I had it on the table. EPL set. Southampton, I don't know if they're in there. Newcastle, Cardiff, Man City, Southampton's in there, yep. Brighton Hove, Chelsea, Manchester United. All those are in here. Liverpool, Arsenal. $26 is the current bid by Alan Shaw. So anybody that exceeds that, my friend who passed away was telling me about a local news report he saw a while back. They asked why the flu numbers were low. The answer was people were wearing masks. They asked why COVID cases were up. The answer was people were not wearing their mask. Yeah. Well, and I ain't getting political. I don't get political on my channel except during the time of the election. We did. If you ask CNN today, well, how is COVID doing? Right? CNN is telling us a lot different now than they did when Trump was in office. Totally different. The numbers are totally different now. I don't know who they blame now for having COVID because that was the blame. Trump was the cause of it. And these people that were burning all these cities up and tearing the towns up, all of a sudden, since we got a new president, things have changed. Gas prices have. I don't think anybody's gas price is the same as it was 2 months ago, because we've had our president in office 2 months, and is anybody's gas price the same as it was 2 months ago? Now, ours isn't. But hey, I'm just stating facts there. Up 55 cents a gallon since January. Up $1 there. Yeah. That's facts. That's facts. They can say what they want to, but they can take. If I go to the gas station, I know it costs me more now to put gas in my car. So, hey, and for whatever reason it is, yeah. I don't know. I don't know if they still have that Cuomo or not. I don't know. I don't watch him. I do not watch him. He is. But I don't watch none of it. I don't like watching Fox News. If I want to watch Fox News, all I gotta do is walk in my mom and dad's house. There's either one of two things going on, and they're cute. I gotta say it. My mom and dad either have YouTube going, running bluegrass music all day long on their YouTube on the TV, or Fox News retreading stuff every 30 minutes. My dad act like it's brand new news. It's coming on at 1 than it was at 10. I'm like, Lord have mercy. So anytime they come out here, Rob does something really bad. I can't find a remote. It's stuck on. You're gonna have to watch Bat Masterson. I'm sorry. We'll watch westerns today, Pop. They don't watch you, Rob. When I go out to the house, when I'm out there, they got the TV on. They keep the TV going. Dad gets to get in his arguments. Oh, son of a bitch! I can't believe they're doing this shit. He gets fired up. But when he comes out here, I'll be like, Pops, I can't find a remote. All I got on is Bat Mouths, and I just let it play for it's it can play a whole season, so it'd be about 9 episodes or 10 episodes. He'll sit there and watch it and fall asleep. So shit, I'm fine. He'll sit there and watch it with me if I sit down and watch it with him. He'll do that. But when he comes out here, no problem. Mom don't really need a TV. When she comes out here, she'll sit in the office here, talk to me and Dar. But when Dad comes out here, he likes to sit in the living room, and he wants to watch something on TV. And a lot of times, I'll lose a remote. What's on that Fox News channel? I don't know. We don't get that good, Daddy. It's a little blurry here. That's mean as hell, isn't it? I just don't like. Man, it stirs him up too much. He gets too pissed off. I'm like, I don't need that shit. Hear him in a it's like a dog in a barking. He gets into it. So no, we won't watch that today. You know what? Watch Big Valley, Pops. I don't like a damn show. He can't stand that one. It's got the damn woman on it. It raises hell. And then I have to think what her name is, and then he'll come up with it. Oh man, he don't like Big Valley. No, I'll be sitting on the couch. She'll be sitting on the lunch seat. I'll fix me a little something to eat here in a minute and watch it when it comes on. What's happened with the basketball games? I haven't even asked anybody. It's just still, like I say, midnight tonight. This is up. 26 is the current bid. Florida and Oral Roberts. What's Florida and Oral Roberts doing? Toothbrush contest. Brush your teeth. And the basketball score is up here. Ooh, Arkansas just did beat Texas Tech by 2. Ooh. I picked them. To win. Rutgers beating Houston. West, yeah. West Virginia lost. We were on top of that one at the end. Houston, and I've got them going to the final. Not the Final Four, the Final 2. And they're losing right now by 5 points to Rutgers. Houston's got they got some splaining to do if they don't win tonight. Oral Roberts losing to Florida by 5 at halftime. So not bad. 7-15, losing by 5. That's okay. But 13-20 left. Houston has got to come around. I think they will. I still think they beat Rutgers. We'll see if they do. But if they do, then they got to play Syracuse. That's not going to be an easy chore. I don't care. Nobody wants to play Syracuse right now. Nobody wants to. And then Florida State, both of the 2 best defensive teams in the ACC, or 2 of the 3 best teams, ACC's best defensive teams. Nobody wants to play them right now. And Colorado's got Florida State tomorrow. So we'll see what happens there. Creighton against Ohio. We'll have our Ohio gear back on again tomorrow against Creighton. 45-38, 7-point game. Houston is, if they don't start rebounding and hitting some shots, they're going to be in trouble. But only 2 games. It should be 3 games ongoing.